Good morning, traders, YouTube, Discord. Welcome to Friday. I've been watching the stock since early this morning, and a lot of hype on fun. Just be careful. Could be some good, profitable opportunities. Also, could be devastating sell-off. So just be careful if you do buy some of it. Not seeing much of anything else moving but that stock. But maybe this one will make a little bit of money for us. You never know. Yeah, Save's been moving for a couple of days. And Mara hasn't been doing so good lately. Big down day for Mara yesterday. I finally got my pre-market riser scan fixed. The only way I could fix it was delete it and rebuild it. But now I have all my stocks back, and I also did the 50-minute while I was at it. Hopefully they'll be working and not crashing right when the market bell rings. I believe this is going to be the market open stock this morning. The one everybody's ready to buy. Just be careful when they're ready to sell. These cheaper stocks, they can drop faster than they go up. That's the caution. You can see Save is down here in the pre-market riser custom scan. And Fun is up here. Well, Fun's down here too. I see it now. So one or the other, take your pick. They always move nicely when we are not open to buy them. Just before our bell rings, they don't move no more. So Save or Fun. I'm seeing another one popping up right here a little bit, but it doesn't look as promising as the other two. We have about 45 seconds to go. Good luck. Be careful in your decisions. Hope you make a bunch of money. I don't know which one to watch. I guess we'll watch flip back and forth. Just make sure you're trading off of your computer, not mine. And if you're new here, we're watching this column right here for volume spikes. This one lets us know what's been moving over the last 30 minutes. If they've been moving a little bit, they get a low number. If they've been moving a lot, they get a high number. And here we go. Waiting for something to pop up in the list over here. Or maybe nothing's going to move. How about that? Could be a pullback here on save. Let's see what happens if it's going to break up or down. This would be resistance. This is support. Down here would be your entry, not up here chasing green candles. Lord help us. All the hype and no action. A lot of people don't play pre-market. The plays may be after the bell rings in the regular session. Takes a very special person to play pre-market, just like yourself. Not seeing a lot of action on time and sales. That means there's not a lot of interested people in the stock. Couple of buyers coming in on fund. Looks like the buying side is picking up a little bit. Keep in mind, this is pre-market. There's no halts on these stocks. They could shoot to the moon. You might be having fun. I hate penny stocks. I've been burned too many times. That looks like a lot of activity in this stock, but it's still playing with 33 cents. All of those candles are still within the 33-cent range, 32 to 33 cents. So we're dealing with 2 pennies here. Me too, Hennessy. I'm just going to watch it. I'll probably be sorry later, but at least I saved my money. Takes about 10 minutes to gain 2 pennies and 1 second to lose 5. That's how I see penny stocks. Plus, we're dealing with Friday. You got to keep that thought at the back of your head. And it hasn't been the greatest week. Good job, Dana. Good morning, Raphael. Save slowly inching its way up. It could come back down to retest 660. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I thought it was going to go to 675 yesterday before it closed, but it didn't. But this is the zone I was concerned about as well. I might have said 685, I think. Good job, Robert. Some people can trade penny stocks. Some of them have a strategy for it. It's just not my cup of tea, I guess the way to say it. Put me where the money is. I like 50 cent and dollar gains, not penny gains. But I used to trade them as well. Looks like we got close to that retest on 660 on save. Robert, this is trading. Anything can happen. Just like, how does a stock go up with such bad news? Because it's not as bad as they thought it was going to be, but it's still bad, so they rally. Looks like the energy's disappearing on save. I'm watching level 2. The share size purchase is smaller. Thank you, Miller Time Man. Retesting that 660 level. Not much happening this morning. Looks like Save tried to make a little run up, but it could not support the price up there at 680, 690. Pulled back down to 660. Fund bouncing around. Volume is horrible in the whole market. That's why these higher price stocks are only moving 10, 15 cents, because they don't have enough buyer participation because of low volume. If we had a lot of volume in the market, these higher price stocks would probably move 25 to 50 cents during the day. But as long as everybody's sitting on their hands, they're only going to move nickels and dimes and pennies. I actually think this is one of the worst weeks we've had. A couple of you made $50, $60 here and there, but didn't see any big gainers this week, I don't believe. I think I might have seen one member maybe made 800 or 1200. But one member don't cut it with me. Everybody needs to be in the profit. Good job, Super. You held in there and kept it. Hopefully you can add to it today. I do have a new scan I finished yesterday, and it had excellent results. It doesn't work in pre-market. I've already tried it, but I can't wait to fire it up at market open and see what happens. If all looks good, I'll put it out there this weekend. I'll try to do it Saturday so that those of you that can't get the link to work for 24 hours will be able to use it on Monday. It produced some really good results yesterday. In 2 hours, it found 4 stocks that went up pretty good. And this was midday. That's even the worst time of the day. But we'll see if it repeats today. That's what I'm looking forward to. It's a new one, Hennessy. I've actually started working on it when I put out the very first swing indicator. And then I did the swing combo master and kind of put it on the back burner. And yesterday I completed it. Looks like Save found a bottom right here in this area. Let's see if it can hold that price range. BT, yeah, I taught myself. I've been coding for about 15 years. And I can say I don't think anybody's done what I have done. Everybody loves to build indicators that rely on past history. None of mine do. Mine focus on the future and what could happen. And I do that through volume and price action. Just like this little indicator right here, it's focusing on the current candle, not what happened in the past. Going to fire it up, Dragonfire, at 8:30 at market open. That's the scan we're going to monitor this morning. Well, I don't mean the future past the current candle. That's what I meant. I'm focusing on volume, sellers, and buyers in this candle. So if there is more buyers than sellers in this candle, it's pretty much the future. Because it would move up. But yeah, you're right. You can't predict the future. But I'm just a couple of hours before it, or minutes. He's right. I said it wrong. I'm focusing right here and what may happen next. I should have said I'm focusing on the future. I don't need to focus on anybody else's opinion. I have my own. That's enough trouble for me right there. I mean, it's just like I put out these indicators and I use them my way, but when you get them, you're going to use them your way. Everybody's different. Even when I say something on this microphone, I may not be correct. That's just life. So do I, Picker. I have trouble keeping up with myself. Frank, you haven't missed anything. Man, there's no volume in the market to move anything. I'm used to these 6 o'clock rallies and then another one at 7. We haven't had that for a couple of weeks. Just have to be patient and wait. Don't change what you're doing. Just wait. Be patient. It'll turn around sooner or later. Stick with the plan. I'll take a look at IRBT. So we're at a resistance level on this one. Ricky, I don't know the future, but just my personal opinion, I don't think we're going to see anything for 11 more months. But that's just my opinion. I'm kind of looking at the broader picture, what's going on in our government. That's the biggest issue we face right now. I don't even know if Trump coming back is going to help it. It may make times worse because he won. Until the corruption is gone, we have a battle to fight. IRBT recovering here slightly. I should have marked out that pullback. I was asleep at the wheel. Yeah, it didn't go very far yet. I shouldn't have said that because now it's going to go up another dollar. We can pull up earnings and see if something's there. I have a scan for that. So this one, MESA on 119. SLB on 119. And this one was yesterday's earnings. So this is Mesa right here. Looks like they're not too impressed, or that earnings hasn't been released yet. What time? So after the market closes, this company will release earnings. Ricky, you need to go explore the scans and check out everything that we have over there. There's a lot of information there in the scans. Andy, I did, but if your pre-market's working, you don't need to change it. Mine totally just quit working in after-hours trading. Wouldn't even pull up a stock. I would get 2 leftovers when the market closed. I couldn't figure it out because it was none of my scripting in this scan. This is all ThinkorSwim scripting. So I just deleted the scan, rebuilt it, and it started working. So something went corrupt in my scan, and I don't know what it was. ThinkorSwim hides their codes. They're all locked, so I can't see what the issue was. So I just delete it and rebuild it. If you noticed yesterday, my 50-minute scan did not work either, so I rebuilt it as well. If you don't have this scan loaded, this is a good scan for pre-market as well. It's called the Momo scan. And what it's doing is using this code to find stocks. So it's watching for these numbers to move. Randy, I could have told you that just because they're releasing their earnings after the market closes. That tells me there's something bad there. And they're doing it on a Friday, so people maybe forget about it by Monday. That is not the 50-minute Momo scan. There's a cheaper stock on the board right here. This is one that came off of that Momo scan. It wasn't even on the list. It was on the Momo before it hit the pre-market scans. I'll take a look at coin. Coin doesn't have any volume. There's no sense in looking at it even. And I don't predict future movement of stocks. Only the current, what's happening right now, like this one. Too bad it don't have $5 and 30 something cents instead of just 30 something cents. Breaking that $7 range on save. Good morning, Tim. I'm seeing big sellers coming in on, say, 9,800 shares being sold, 10,000 at the 710 range. Needs to hold 687 if it pulls back here. Why I put that message out before the market opened right there. You got to watch penny stocks closely. They can break you. So quiet this morning. We need a good, strong runner. I just covered my position on save. I don't have any faith in it this morning for some reason. I got 300 shares at 680. I'll take my couple hundred. That's it. See, when I get out, what they do, right? They just rally. But I got my piece. That's all I care about. Whenever they start consolidating like that, it's a lack of buyers. It's kind of like an equal battle between sellers and buyers. Now we're starting to see long tails, long wicks on the top. Yeah, they can push it now that I'm out. That's fine. I covered today's expenses. That's all I care about. Dominator lines look really good. Red one pointing downward at times. Green one pointing up. You got that right, Don. It'll go up $10 now. I never worry about what they do after I'm out because I always know they're going to go up. And the biggest green candle of the morning, too, Don. That's actually what I do most of the day is I'll wait for a slight run up. I'll build a position in it and then I'll get out. Then they'll keep going. But I do that all day long, so I don't really care what they do after I'm out. As long as I can catch a couple hundred on every play, I'm good to go. Nice run up here from 709 to 745. 749 now. They'll be taking profits up in this area. Good job, Hennessy. Don't be greedy. That's the whole thing. Good job, Stephen. I'm not that old, Miller Time man. Good job, Joshua. Good job, Piper. That's the profit takers I was talking about. They're not selling it off, they're just collecting. This is where you would add to your position if you think it's going higher. Scott, you should be collecting profits on the way up and adding back on the dips. Lock them in when you can. Good job, Romology. Good job, George. I like to see members making profits. Y'all are doing good. That's why I said you add to your positions on these red candles. You take some profit out of it right here and you add back down here. Yeah, it's at a high. You got to be careful up in this range. It's probably going to retest that high right there. Let's see if it'll break that high. It did. So you take out a little more profit here. We still haven't came back down and retested 748 yet. Well, I'm shocked. I made a couple of $100 on Friday. I usually don't even trade Fridays. I've been telling myself for years, just don't trade Fridays. Puts me in a good mood to make money on Friday. Last Friday was devastating. I didn't make a trade at all last Friday. I already had a fleet of them. I owned 3 of them at one time. Still rising. Jamie, the one at the top is called pre-market risers. It's using the traditional script that's included with ThinkorSwim called after hours. This one at the bottom, I coded myself. It's all custom coded. It's taking into consideration yesterday's after hours trading. Nice move on save. Hopefully you're locking in profits and you're only holding smaller share size now. There will be a pullback. They will take profits when we get up this high. You got a good piece of it. I would consider your best option. You know your trade better than I do. If you're new here, I'll do the introduction in a little bit. I know I didn't do it at 6:30. We were in a trade, so I'll do it as soon as things settle down a little bit while we watch save continue to go. We don't know how much further it's going to go, but it was going. I hope every one of you are reading the comments. The more experienced traders are kind of guiding you through what needs to be done. Don't be greedy, David Reese says. Hennessy's making his calls. He's pulling profit as he sees fit. I've been saying take your position, take some profits, lock them in, buy back on the pullbacks. Take that advice to heart. Possible pullback on MESA. There's not much money in that pullback. Let's go back to save. I'm more interested in watching where everybody's making their profits. We do have profit takers right here in this area. We have not retested 748. It could happen. Good job, Miller Time Man. Good job, Jim Smith. Good job, Barry. Thank you, Miller Time Man. Greatly appreciate you, brother. God bless you. All right, while we're pulling back here, I'm going to go ahead and do the introduction. I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I'm also a ThinkScript coder, and I've created my own scripts. This one is a volume spike indicator. It lets us know if anything's moving in the market. And you can use this indicator all day long. You'll see a percentage pop up, green if it's going up, red if it's going down. I like to refer to it as buyers and sellers, but it's not really buyers and sellers. I just figured out a way to take the volume and add the volume as the price was moving up and to add the volume as the price was moving down. And that's what I refer to as buyers and sellers. And we did retest that 748 level on save. And this indicator here is the momentum indicator. It's looking back 30 minutes for anything that's moving. If it's moving just a little bit, it's going to have a small number. If it's moving a lot, it's going to have a bigger number, just like this one. We did get that pullback on Mesa. So this one's watching 30 minutes. This one's letting you know what's moving currently. Well, this one does too. But anyhow, they work together to give you the best results of the stocks that are moving. Once we see a spike, we look at this candle here and make sure we look at this candle, but that candle is also right here. So we look to make sure we have enough volume to get in and get out safely. If we have enough volume, we look for this crossover of these two moving averages. This is the 5 EMA and this is the 13. They are the best EMAs for scalping. You can see we get an early crossover. And then you see the vision between these two lines. The wider this gap, the stronger the run up. And we see these spike arrows popping in, and that tells us the buyers are coming into this stock. Down here, up here, you'll see a label, bullish or bearish. It's not showing currently, but it pops in and out. It's also monitoring this candle to let you know if there's more buyers or sellers. Down here, we don't use volume bars. We broke the volume down into a label so that we could really dissect what's happening within the volume. This is the current bar. This is the previous bar. This is the total pre-market volume. And these two labels are watching the entire volume of this stock, and they're telling you if there's more buyers or more sellers in the overall volume. Down here, these are also volume indicators. This one's in bar format. You can see the sellers and the volume increased on this one candle, and that's this big wick you see up here. And you can see the buyers come back in and drive it up a little bit more. This label right here is monitoring this one bar to let you know if there's more buyers or sellers in that candle. Down here's another volume indicator. This one gives you a history of what's happening in this stock. As long as the green line is above the red one, the buyers are stronger in coming in and building pressure on this stock so that it rises. You can also see the sellers are chasing the buyers. They're taking profits as this stock rises along with the buyers. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'll put the link down here in the chat. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment on the videos, watch these live streams. They are recorded. These live streams will help you learn how to use these tools. Never trade off of my screen. My screen is a stream, and it's sometimes delayed. Make sure you're set up on your own computer if you're going to trade these stocks. And then follow along with what I do in these live streams. So if you haven't subscribed to my Discord channel, that's where you'll find all of these scripts. You'll find, if you're unfamiliar with Discord, head over to Start Here, and that'll walk you through what you need to do in Discord. There's the link to Discord. Make sure you accept the disclaimer or you won't see any channels. And I've been deleting a lot of uncompleted signups. Total of 300 that I deleted just the other day from people that did not finish signing up. It's real simple. You join Discord, accept the disclaimer, and it opens the door for you. You'll find these scripts over in current setup. Everything that's on my screen is in current setup. You'll find some older scripts in TOS scripts, and then you'll find the really older ones in old scripts. Also have a lot of great scans over in TOS scans if you want to load them up. Just about every one of them works pretty good. We have some newer scans coming out this weekend, or one scan that is. And we'll be testing it when the market opens at 8:30. Over in Discord, you'll find the trading floor where we have Gregster and River Place Dad doing their due diligence on stocks. And they post the good ones as they happen. You may want to take a visit over there once you're in Discord. Or you can visit the Options Trader channel where we have Bobby. He's a good trader in options. He can really give you some good pointers. He holds a live stream just like I do when he has time. He also holds a full-time job. So when he has enough available viewers, he'll hold a live stream and take you a little bit deeper into options. I thank you for joining us this morning as we wait on the next stock to start moving. So we did come down and retest that 748 level. We didn't quite make it there, but we were within pennies. I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. And hopefully you took the advice of the members that are professional traders just like me. We were all screaming, lock them in, lock them in. Hopefully you heeded the advice and you're into some money this morning. Bobby doesn't have a YouTube channel link. He does everything in our Discord. See you later, Sonia. Have a blessed day, sister. Greg R., that's why I run both of these scans. There's two pre-market scans. This one is the pre-market risers. This one is pre-market risers custom. You'll see save is down here in the custom. This is the one I coded. And this is the reason I coded it, because sometimes stocks weren't showing up in the normal ThinkorSwim pre-market scan. Of course, ThinkorSwim doesn't have a pre-market scan. I created both of these, but I did no coding on the top one. This is all ThinkorSwim script. This one's heavily coded. But if you have both of these, you pretty much don't miss a stock. You still do, but not as often. Thank you, Jim Smith, for your donations. Greatly appreciated. And God bless you. And if it's your first time here, we don't charge a fee. Everything is free. All these live streams, all of these custom indicators I built, you would spend literally a few $1,000s for everything that I have on Discord. And then you wouldn't know how to use them if they were just for sale. That's why I hold these live streams, to show you how to use them. So if I've done you some good today and you want to support the channel and pay it forward, you can make donations down there where you type the chat. You click the dollar sign, then you click Super Chat, name your price you want to donate. If you don't want to, that's fine. You will eventually learn more, and I think you'll get it. Over in Discord, I have a Patreon link if you want to just sign up for monthly. You can also choose your price over there from $5 to $30 a month. All donations go right back into the channel. As we get more members, we have to upgrade, and it helps cover those costs for me. So don't feel obligated. I'm not forcing you to donate. It's if I did you some good and you feel like paying it forward, then God bless you. Jim, I don't know if I said thank you or not, but thank you, and God bless you. You're welcome, Greg R. and ETHR3. I can talk a little on the Magic Scan. I coded this so that we could keep track because stocks disappear up here once they've moved, and they tend to fade away once they start declining. Like if SAVE keeps going down, it will disappear, but it'll stay up in this scan a little bit longer. So this scan's kind of tracking what's moving for you this morning. If we had 3 or 4 of them moving really strong, they would be listed right here. And this scan looks for moving stocks all day long. So it'll kind of keep you on top of what's moving. You just have to keep monitoring it. So it really has a little bit of magic to it. Sometimes there's a stock in here moving that never showed up over here. Good job, Dana. I don't think I've made any changes low profile. We can look at the settings real quick. If you follow along with what I'm doing up here, you'll see. Go to studies and edit studies, and then click the gear icon right here. Just make sure your numbers right here are the same as mine. Thank you, Piper. Greatly appreciate you, and God bless you. So your settings should be like this, and if you need to adjust that spread limit, it's right here. You can adjust your spread limit that you like. Mine is 9 cents. Sometimes I think that's too high because I buy large lot sizes. But I've learned to deal with it, so I leave it at that. Thank you, Joshua. Greatly appreciate you, and God bless you. You are very welcome. On this label, you can turn on and off anything that you want to turn on and off. You just go to Studies, Edit Studies, and this is the label right here. And if you click this gear icon, well, I must have the wrong one loaded. Maybe I didn't update my own system. But I think I put one out, and you can go to this gear icon, and it lets you turn on and off certain parts of that label. I haven't updated mine. I updated yours, but not mine, because I'm not turning anything off, so I didn't change it. But if you loaded the new updated label, and that link is on TOS scripts, it will allow you to turn off what you don't want to see here. I use them every day. I never change. There's no reason for me to change. Thank you, Sam, for your donation. Greatly appreciate you, brother. God bless you. Hennessy, if you don't mind, I would like to see you do another live discussing the basics, starting at the basics, so I can get you up there on YouTube and record it. I'll make a movie star out of you. And anybody else that wants to do a live stream, you only have to do what you know best. You can contribute to the channel that way. I love other instructors to share their knowledge. You might even help me out. There is things I don't know as well. Jamie Lee, I downsized mine for these live streams so that I could fit everything on the screen. So you're going to have a few more things. If you don't want all of them, you can always click that gear icon right here and customize. And you can move, this is what you're currently showing. You can move them over to the left just by clicking these buttons down here, and remove the ones you don't need to see. I try to keep everything minimal. Even on my trading screen, I don't have anything but candles and dominator. That's all I need. Then I mark my support and resistance. That's what I play mainly, is support and resistance levels and pullbacks. That's where the money is. That's where the protection is. Buy on the dips down. Sell on the rises. All of these indicators you see here, should not be a decision on your trade. They're just confirmation of your trade. These indicators can be wrong. That's why you see me come in here and hit support and level and resistance levels. And I will watch candles as well. I'm a volume and price action guy. So we play pullbacks on candles. We watch out for tall wicks on the top and long wicks on the bottom. We prefer to see the wicks on the bottom as a stock is moving up. That tells us more buyers are buying up what they're selling. But when you start seeing wicks on the top, it could pull back and you could lose money. So you have to understand what a candle is doing. What are the buyers and sellers doing within that candle? And once you figure that out and start playing support and resistance levels, these indicators pretty much go to the background. But I do use them. I have to admit, sometimes I pull them up, but I don't really need them. I'm watching the volume, which is here, and I'm watching the candles and these support and resistance levels. I also watch level 2, a tick chart, 11 scans, the SPY. There's more to it than just looking at a screen. If you don't know all of these things, you need to hang around and start learning them. They all have an effect on the market. They're all information and useful information. So you have to use the tools that are presented to you and use them correctly. Don, I probably changed some numbers. Let me pull that up for you. There's nothing happening, so I'll show you my settings on Magic Scan. You may want to make a few changes when I do this. So everybody get ready when I pull up my settings. So this is what I have. I have $1 and a $50 limit over here. We'll get into this code in a second. I have average volume at 5 million. And when you look at this code, this is where I may have made some changes and you didn't. For the range, I have one candle. For the volume, I have one candle. Greater than 2,000 volume. This would be the changes I have made. If yours is not like this, this is why you're not showing the same stocks I'm showing. So if you want to take a picture of that before I take it off, feel free. And I'll take it away, or you can watch it later in the live stream at this time. Let's see, it is 7:55. So somewhere around that time in the recorded live stream, you'll find it. So aren't you glad you took profits on save? You're welcome, Don. It is available as soon as the live stream is over. These live streams, they get about 2,000 viewers a day once we end the stream from people going to watch them to learn. Joshua, just remember that pullbacks are only good for so long. Once you get up to the highs of a stock, that pullback is not as strong as the previous pullbacks. So you can't keep trusting them all the way up the ladder, because eventually profit takers are going to step in. It's best to catch the first pullback and the second. The third one's usually not as strong. You are welcome, E.T. I'm going to call you E.T. I prefer YouTube. I don't get paid for you to watch it on Discord. A lot of the Discord users, they run both of them. I don't make a lot of money off of YouTube. Our membership is too low. Our viewer ratings are pretty high, but the membership is low. You can keep the lives up there, though, help YouTube put them out there more. If you hit the like button on this live stream, there's 300 of you almost and only 192 likes. The more likes we get, the more investors we attract, the more investors we have buying the same stocks we're buying, the stronger the run up or down is. So it benefits everyone to hit the like button. Comment on the videos. Help us keep the ratings up. We can keep this channel free. Help out a lot of people. And you'd be surprised how many traders were struggling and are still struggling. Just with this channel alone, I probably turned around, I'm going to just estimate 500 people. Maybe more than that. I'm hitting the number low. I don't think you'll find anybody out there for free walking you through each candle of a trade. I help you out. Members help you out. We're showing you the ropes one candle at a time. What to watch out for, what to look for. When to pull profits, when to take profits. I tell you where the entries are. By repeatedly coming to these live streams, you should catch on pretty easily. Thank you very much. No stress, right, David? We don't need to stress. It just gets in the way. Relax. Have faith in what you do. Say your prayers before you start because you're really going to need them. And then be blessed. Stephen, it is. How'd you like that big red candle on the SPY? Wasn't that incredible? Let me pull up the SPY for everyone. If you're not watching it, it's very important you watch the SPY every day, every minute. And I watch it on a 5-minute chart. I don't watch it on a 1 minute. But look at that devastating red candle. It almost looks like fun. It's market direction. That's why you watch the SPY. You don't want to get into something that the SPY is drastically falling. I watch multiple markets. I watch the Qs. I watch the futures. I watch IWM, the SPY. You have to look at the bigger picture as well. And that would be looking at the major markets. Brian, not necessarily. There'll be a few stocks that defy the market. It's just another form of information of what's to come or what may happen. I don't pull them up unless there's a volume spike. And it's only saying buy because it gapped up in pre-market. And because I don't pull it up because there's no volume spike, there's no activity on it. So this indicator is just basing it on what it saw happen. So if you don't think support and resistance is important, you can see it's resisted here. These are previous lines now as it was going up. Now it's retreated back to this line. So it's stopping on each support and resistance lines. That's how important they are. Tony, I do draw them manually. That, to me, that's the best way to draw them. I don't rely on an indicator to plot them for me. If you come here every morning, you learn how to do that very easy. All right, guys, I'm going to take a 5-minute break here. I shall return. All right, I made it back. Here's the settings on the Momo. I'll pull them up real quick for you. This should say 3 minutes right here, and you should have extended hours checked. No other changes. 3 minutes, extended hours checked. You can get there by right-clicking on the name and edit formula in 3 minutes and extended hours. Jason, I watch it at 5 minutes. I watch all of them at 5 minutes. I don't need to know what they're doing every minute. 15 minutes even may be good, but I think 5 minutes for me works. The volume spike is an average of the last 20 1-minute candles. So it's not calculating off of 20, it's taking an average is what it's doing. just like these two indicators here, a lot of people are confused because this volume that's noted up here doesn't match the current volume. And that's because these two indicators also are only looking for the volume on the last 20 candles. So the volume's not going to match the total volume. If you want to see the chart I trade off of, this is what I trade off of right here. That's it. That's all I need. I don't need all the lines and scribble and Christmas lights. That's all I need. And you'll learn, you'll get there. I promise you, you will get there. Let me make sure my 50-minute scan is working. And it looks like it is. This is the scan we're going to be testing this morning. It has not yet turned on. I only have one instance running. Keep in mind I have multiple monitors, and what I'm doing is I detach certain screens off of the main ThinkorSwim. Then I resize them and I drag them over here and I butt them up to each other on another monitor. They're all detached screens. These are detached off of the Market Watch tab. So this is what my Market Watch looks like. You can detach any window by clicking these bars, and there's always a detach right here on every screen. Like once I pulled this one over and resized it, I can just detach another one and drag it down below it and then come over here and change the scan. Like you can put it on your chart, detach your chart, drag it over to another screen. All right, we got about 4.5 minutes to go. I'm going to go ahead and get set up here. I want to see what's going to happen right here. I'm very anxious to see what's going to happen. Scott, if you rewatch this video later or scroll back on your current video stream, you'll see the settings. I posted them earlier. I don't have time to do support. We're about 3 minutes away from market open. But I did post it in this video. You can watch it after the stream. You can scroll back. Once you get all these screens detached, make sure on your main screen you click Setup and save the workspace. Or you'll be detaching every day if you don't do that. The issue I have is I have multiple monitors with detached screens, and I think ThinkorSwim can only remember a certain amount of screens, so I still end up dragging 3 or 4 detached windows to their correct position. But if you only have 3 or 4, it may save them in that position. No problem. I enjoy what I do. And I love that you guys are attending every day. It's very rewarding for me to share what I know, and I'm sure it's rewarding for those members that share what they know. You got to be a brave person to get on live and trade in front of people. A lot of people hide behind a video. Me, I like doing it live. It's either going to work or fail, right? If you want, I can just sell a $7,000 course and tell you, hey, watch what I did wrong so that you don't do it. Or you can come here and see the truth. Thank you, Nano. Hey, Dub, I don't have time to explain that. I'm sorry. You'll have to go to support. There may even be a video on it on how-to videos. But you do it in your appearance. You turn your background black. It's a setting in ThinkorSwim. Thank you, Calvin Hen. Greatly appreciate you, and God bless you. All right, we got about 10 seconds to go before the bell. I want to see what happens up here on this blank screen. That's what I'm interested in. If you want to watch other scans, go right ahead. Hopefully Schwab didn't knock it out last night. I don't think it's going to pull up a bunch of garbage. And if everything's going down, it may not pull anything up at all. Look at Mara dump, would you? SPY is headed down. Mara's headed down. Let's see what SAVE is doing. SAVE is down. You got that right, David. We got one popping up. Don't know if it'll hold as we're crashing here. Well, that's kind of good news. The one stock it did find did go up. But I think the market's going to drag it down. This is kind of what it did for me yesterday. The market was in awful shape and it was finding some good runners. SPY is still pulling back. I think everything's doing the same thing. A little green candle, then a red one. A tough start for the morning. That stock disappeared. BFRG, it ran up for us yesterday, but then pulled back after the bell rang. It's been trying to go up for a couple of days. SPY has a lot of red candles. Just be careful. It could be holding the whole market back. IWM was way down. The Q's not as bad, but they are down. Futures are down. Well, I don't predict futures, but I'll try it. EWTX. Well, it's holding its price. The volume is not real strong. But trying to guess where it's going with everything dropping, that would be a miracle guess. Need this volatility from the start to disappear. We need the SPY to turn around. I think the major markets are holding everything back. and Friday. Man, I am seeing a lot of sellers on this stock. Welcome to Friday, folks. if you're not familiar with the VIX, it's always up when everything else is down, and it's always down when everything else is up. I use regular candles, Robert. EWTX trying to make a run at it, trying to defy the market. This is what happens when you have a down market and a lot of buyers are sitting on their hands and not trading. You have a $31 stock here that's moving pennies. That's just not right. This is Bank of America. It deserves to be trashed, in my opinion. Yeah, this is the bank that sold all of our information. If you purchased a firearm when they were trying to figure out who owned all the guns, Bank of America is the bank that turned over its records of whoever purchased from Dick's Sporting Goods or any gun shop. They're the ones that ripped a lot of people off. It could be a government-owned bank. I wouldn't put it past them. Looks like the SPY may have found the bottom, but that put emphasis on may. That's like if, or coulda, shoulda, woulda. I think the only thing holding this scan back is the market itself. We got saved by save. I think they'll eventually return. I think we just have too much fraud and stuff happening. I just think there's just too much for America to handle. Nobody has trust in the government, for one. If they do, they're an idiot, in my opinion. The SPY made a slight bounce up. Let's see if it can hold it. We're at 477.66 or 2, somewhere around there. That's funny, team. Just remember, it's only my opinion. 67 years of opinions. I've seen a lot in my time. I ride every time the weather permits. See you later, Paul. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Thank you, my Flash. Greatly appreciate you. Have a blessed one. Yeah, I'm watching it on another monitor. It's not too impressive right now. I'm really fearful of false bounces today, like shooting up and drastically falling hard. I had some rough trading on this stock. I believe it was Wednesday. The spreads were killing me. I did end up with a profit, but I had to pay the piper to get in and get out. Looks like they're working it again today. I see the red up here. Magic Scam's definitely on the ones that are rising. I see we loaded up here as well. These are all possibilities of going up. I think if the market was in good shape, this would really be knocking it out. SPY is rising slowly. Thank you, Domingo, for your donation. Greatly appreciate you. God bless you. I see the SPY has a tall upper wick, probably going to come back down. Looks similar to that candle on the screen. DWAC resistance at 2674. Yeah, we're to the downside or up. Oh, it did go up. I'm shocked. It went up with the SPY, it looks like. I think the overall market's holding it back, holding everything back, really. The SPY has not made it back to its open. Let me see where it opened at. $478.32. Yeah, it's down below the open still. So if you're unfamiliar with the 50-minute momentum scanner, this is it down here. Where we were looking 30 minutes back in pre-market, we're now looking 50 minutes back in the market, and nothing is happening. Nothing good, anyway. DWAC defying the odds. The MAGA stock, that's what this is. They'll be hitting a spread hard on this one, so watch your entries. Get in on a 20-cent spread at 1,000 shares, you're negative $200 to start. I think I pay more attention to the color on the spread than I do the number. I just know if it's red, don't push the buy button. You too, James L. God bless you, brother. They're coming back down, that's for sure. When I seen that big wick on the top of that green candle on the SPY, I knew it was reversing. All of my stocks disappeared up here. But that's good. We don't have a bunch of trash to sort through. Very unlikely we're going to get a pullback on DWAC, but I'll try it. That candle did close right there, and there's only a few cents between these two lines. Probably not even going to set a pullback on it. It's probably just going to bounce right back down, I would think. Yes, my thinking was correct. Is AMD going up or down? AMD doing what everything else is doing. I'm going to say if this scan is blank, we're in trouble. EWTX. So which red candle did you not sell on? Good job, Dusty. This one did pop up over here. It was one of the first stocks that popped up, but then it went away, so I didn't watch it. Maybe I need to start watching them longer, like add them to a personal watch list as they pop up. Or maybe wait for a better day and not try to do this on a Friday. Good job, Stacker. Stay profitable in the simulator, and you should be profitable in real trading. See you later, Jamie Lee. You have a blessed weekend. Seeing very few volume spikes in the market. Very few. Even in Magic Scan, we're seeing very few spikes. And I think Schwab has a major issue. Now my pre-market riser scan is still on. Like they never turned off that server for pre-market. Now I definitely know it's on the server side of Schwab. And see, you're still on the original platform, but you're running off of Schwab servers. I don't know if you know that or not. That's why I'm having issues with some of these scripts. I haven't migrated over yet. They told me it would be the spring before I migrate over. Well, let's take a look. I see Fun. Fun did make a run up. Look at that one. Maybe they should not turn it off, right? See you later, Scott. You have a blessed one. Very good profit, Scott. I love it when members are into the money. That's the whole point of what I'm doing. I know, Firefox. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you should load the new one. I did upload it yesterday. It's number 4 over in TOS scripts. Maybe when I deleted this one and recreated it, it may have picked up the Schwab server and the other one was still running on whatever it had from the very beginning when I built it. And I don't know how true this statement is. I heard someone mention a couple of days ago that, like, when we make a trade today, we have to wait 1 day for the funds to return. But they were talking about Schwab is going to make you wait 2 days for the money to return. Has anyone checked into that or verified that? I think that would be bad news to add a day to give us our money back. All right, maybe they were confused. Because mine, if I trade today, I'll have it back on Tuesday. for trading on Tuesday. See you later, Stefan. Have a blessed one. You're welcome, Ron Miller. You have a blessed weekend. So my time is running out here. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. Watch the videos, like the videos, comment on the videos, click the bell icon so you'll know when I go live or when I post a new indicator or a new video. If you haven't joined our Discord, I'll put the link in the description. We'd love to have you join us and be a part of our family. We do good here. There's the link to Discord. Come chat with over 3,500 investors. Not all of them are trading. In fact, I think a lot of them sleep during the day. But we do have quite a few that are active. Go chat with them, get some pointers, watch the stock picks as we post them on the trading floor. Or play options with Bobby. He's good at it. And I thank everyone for joining us this morning. And as always, have a very blessed weekend. And God bless to you and yours and your family. And I'm out of here. Bye-bye.